For this video, I am going to go over every current Premier League club and look at one star that might leave this summer and name someone the club should replace them with. Arsenal this summer should replace Alexander Lacazette by bringing in Jonathan David. Lacazette's contract will run out this summer, and if he decides to not sign a new contract, or if Arsenal decides not to even give him one, he will need to be replaced. Jonathan David, the 22-year-old Canadian from Lille, would be a perfect replacement. He is able to drop deep to pick up passes and be more of a deep-lying forward, and he is an excellent finisher when given the chances. He is also a Champions League experienced forward with his group stage playtime this season, and I believe he would fit in seamlessly. Aston Villa this summer should replace Tyrone Mings by bringing in Evan Ndicka. Tyrone Mings has been a solid player for Villa for the past 4 seasons and has been pretty solid overall, but this season he has struggled at times, and Villa could be looking to bring in a younger, solid left-footed center back. Evan Ndicka, the 22-year-old Parisian from Eintracht Frankfurt, would be an excellent replacement. He is a great ball-playing defender that would fit in great next to Kounde, and I think under Gerrard will be able to flourish in that position. He is also a very solid ground defender and also dominant in the air. He would be a great fit for Gerrard's system. Brentford this summer should replace Ivan Toney by bringing in Randal Kolo Muanl. Brentford should do all they can to keep Ivan Toney in London. However, I think it is likely he leaves the club if another Premier League club comes knocking. Randal Kolo Muanl, the 23-year-old French striker from Nantes, would be a great replacement. He is very similar to Ivan Toney as he has great size, tenacity, and a solid finisher when given the chances. I think Frank would love to have him as he could be very similar to Ivan Toney. Brighton this summer should replace Yves Bissouma by bringing in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Brighton should let Bissouma go this summer to get the most out of his high value. Therefore, they will need a solid midfielder to replace him. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the 26-year-old English midfielder from Chelsea, would be a solid replacement. He is not exactly the same player as Bissouma, but Brighton already have multiple defensively solid midfielders, therefore bringing in a more progressive midfielder would be great, and Loftus-Cheek is that player. Burnley this summer should replace Dwight McNeil by bringing in Lewis Morgan. Burnley are going to get relegated, so I see McNeil looking for an exit route back to the Premier League. Lewis Morgan, the 25-year-old Scottish winger playing for New York Red Bulls, would be a solid replacement. He is a player that in my opinion is very similar to McNeil, as he likes to run down the left wing and ping crosses into the box as much as possible, which Burnley won on their left wing. Chelsea this summer should replace Antonio Rudiger by bringing in Jules Kounde. Chelsea are more than likely going to lose Rudiger on a free this summer as multiple teams are looking to bring him in for massive wages. Jules Kounde, the 23-year-old Parisian center back from Sevilla, would be a perfect replacement. He would thrive on either side of the back three, as he could replace Rudiger's progressive carries and would really help this Chelsea side if they lose Rudiger. Crystal Palace this summer should replace Conor Gallagher by bringing in Oxlade Chamberlain. Gallagher may want to stay in Palace, and Palace will definitely want to permanently bring him in, but I think Chelsea with their current situation will keep Gallagher next season. Oxlade Chamberlain, the 29-year-old English midfielder from Liverpool, will be a solid player. He is a willing and solid presser, and a player able to set up teammates and finish chances, which sounds exactly like Conor Gallagher. He would be able to be Vieira's main presser and would be able to help in the attack, making him a solid replacement. Everton this summer should replace Dominic Calvert-Lewin with Paul Anuachu. DCL, regardless of whether Everton are to be relegated or not, is likely to leave the club this summer. He'll believe that he is talented enough for some European competition. Paul Anuachu, the 27-year-old Nigerian striker from Genk, would be a solid replacement. Anuachu is a solid fit, especially for a Lampard system, as he wants a tall, strong, and physically dominating frame, able to influence the game in the air. Also, he's a solid finisher, who is great at finding space in the box. Leeds United this summer should replace Rafinha with Ismaila Sarr. Rafinha, whether Leeds like it or not, will be leaving this summer. Leeds would be stupid to not get the maximum value for him regardless if he is hard to replace. Ismaila Sarr, the 24-year-old Senegalese winger from Watford, would be a solid replacement. With Watford being relegated more than likely, he would be easy to pry away from Watford, and would be a solid replacement as he can play the right wing, stay wide, and look to cut inside and shoot on the goal with great finishing ability. He is also a willing presser and will work hard for the team if necessary. Leicester City this summer should replace Youri Tielemans with Florian Neuhaus. Youri Tielemans is destined to leave this summer as his contract expires in 2023, and Leicester will want to get some value for the Belgian playmaker. Florian Neuhaus, the 25-year-old German central midfielder from Mönchengladbach, would be a great replacement. Florian Neuhaus would be a like-for-like switch as he is a solid playmaker that helps progress play forward with his great passing ability. He is also a solid defender as well, when he is needed to stop opposition play. Liverpool this summer should replace Roberto Firmino with Christopher Nkunku. Bobby Firmino has been a wonderful servant for Liverpool and has been one of their most influential players, but these past 2 seasons, he has not been too good. It is time for him to move on, and Liverpool should find a replacement. Christopher Nkunku, the 24-year-old French center forward from Leipzig, would be a perfect fit. In the center forward position, he is excellent at dropping deep to pick up passes and is a very willing presser, except the difference is that he is also an excellent finisher. Man City this summer should replace Gabriel Jesus with Erling Haaland. Gabriel Jesus has struggled at times in Manchester and should probably leave the club for the betterment of his career as he is struggling to get playtime. Erling Haaland, the 21-year-old Norwegian striker from Dortmund, would be a perfect fit. Haaland is a game-changing, club-changing, culture-changing player that if brought in would probably be the best fit for a striker out there that City could bring in. This would be nothing short of an amazing transfer. Man United this summer should replace Cristiano Ronaldo with Darwin Núñez. Ronaldo probably, in my opinion, should not be sold, but I think if United fail to get UCL football, he could leave for a club that has it. Darwin Núñez, the 22-year-old Uruguayan forward from Benfica, would be a great fit. He is a young and amazing forward with great pace and finishing ability. For United, especially bringing in Ten Hag, he would be a great fit, as he could be in that similar role to Haller at Ajax, which he is definitely better than. Newcastle this summer should replace Fabian Schär with Joe Gomez. Fabian Schär is having a great second half of the season next to Dan Burn, but Newcastle should get a much younger and talented star that could help move Newcastle to the next level. Joe Gomez, the 24-year-old English centre-back playing for Liverpool, would be a great fit. Gomez at his best is a top-quality Premier League defender that has great pace, good defensive ability, and excellent ball-playing traits. The one thing he struggles with is his aerial defending, but next to Dan Burn, he would take off the aerial burden and allow him to play freely. Norwich this summer should replace Max Aarons with Jonjoe Kenny. Max Aarons will likely leave Norwich with them being relegated more than likely this season as multiple teams across Europe will want him. Jonjoe Kenny, the 25-year-old English right-back from Everton, would be a solid fit. He would be a top player at the championship level as he has at worst top championship talent. He would be an all-around solid Aarons replacement that could help Norwich once again bounce back into the Premier League. Southampton this summer should replace Armando Brola with Ivan Toney. Southampton, if possible, should purchase Brola, but I think Chelsea will want to keep him on the books. Therefore, Southampton will have to find someone else. Ivan Toney, the 26-year-old English striker from Brentford, would be a great fit. He is a solid fit for Hasenhüttl's system as he will work hard and he can play in a direct attacking style system as he does this already with Brentford. I think this would be an amazing move. Tottenham this summer should replace Davinson Sanchez with Bremer. Davinson Sanchez has been far from great ever since his acquisition from Ajax, so I could see him moving on from the Colombian center-back. Bremer, the 25-year-old Brazilian center-back from Torino, would be a solid fit. He would be a great player for Kounde, especially one for the middle of the back three, as he could sit in the middle, protect the team with his great size and defending ability, and make line-breaking passes when options are available. Watford this summer should replace Ismaila Sarr with Eddie Nketiah. Ismaila Sarr has been integral to Watford's success as of the last few years. However, if Watford are to be relegated, which seems extremely likely, he will probably force his way out at the least. Eddie Nketiah, the 22-year-old English forward from Arsenal, would be a solid fit. He is going to be out of contract this summer, and I think he should move towards a championship move where he can show his talent that we know he possesses. Watford would be a great option for him, as he could become a crucial piece to their front line. West Ham this summer should replace Jared Bowen with Nani Madueke. Jared Bowen is having his breakout season that is making top European clubs take notice. Nani Madueke, the 20-year-old English forward from PSV, would be an excellent replacement. He is a young and exciting right winger that could be a like-for-like switch with Bowen. West Ham makes a lot of sense for him as he could get top quality playtime in a top league, allowing for him to eventually make a move to a top 6 club in a few seasons. Wolves should replace Ruben Neves with Joao Palhinha. Ruben Neves is destined to leave the club this summer as multiple teams will want his services and he is too talented to not be playing in European competition. He must leave, whether that be in the Premier League or abroad. Joao Palhinha, the 26-year-old Portuguese DM from Sporting, would be a great fit. He is very similar to that of Neves, except he is better defensively and slightly worse in terms of his passing ability. He would almost be a like-for-like switch that would help Wolves keep bringing in Portuguese talent.